Have you lost your faith in XRP? The reason I am asking this question will become apparent in just a minute here, but first, we're giving away 500 XRP guys if we can get 2,000 likes within 24 hours, and all you have to do to enter this insane giveaway is make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below. It is that simple. So again guys, make sure you do that, and right now, let's get into today's content. So yes, a very serious question guys, have you lost your faith in XRP? A part of course is because the price went down a little bit, but something else that is quite a little bit more shocking is what I've been receiving and seeing for the last couple of hours up on end, or without end really. So XRP Euphoria just posted something to Twitter, which reads, "It's okay guys, we'll catch the next bull run. Who wanted to be included in this one anyway? It's like lame. Sorry, I need a minute." Which was most likely because the prices went down a little bit. We can actually open it up here in the side tab, which is most likely because the prices have been going down a little bit and people are thinking we're not going to be going into another bull run, or at least that XRP won't be included because Chainlink is still rising like crazy. However, Naveen replied to this, or actually retweeted this and said, "I am exhausted now, selling my XRP and swapping my XRP for Bitcoin," which is a very interesting choice. I'm not going to say it's a bad one, because even though I would say it's sometimes better to hold Bitcoin, I am never really a pro to selling all your coins and swapping it to a different one, especially not when prices have been going down significantly. Now, one of the reasons I can say it might be an okay choice and not necessarily very, very bad is because it might be the case that Bitcoin will lead the next bull run, which is why you could still have a position in Bitcoin and then later on buy more XRP, but that's just the start. He says, "Thank you, XRP, Brad Garlinghouse, for so much loses. Garlinghouse, I am grateful that you made my hard-earned $10,000 to become $1,690. Lost all hopes. Do something good for your community at Brad Garlinghouse on Twitter for iPad." And when I read all of this, XRP Euphoria and Naveen, I got really discouraged and really kind of sad. Now, a little bit of a clear up was XRP Euphoria's tweet, or actually comment, in which he said, "Dude, I wrote sarcastically, it's disheartening to be sure, but I feel selling now would be a mistake." I think this is supposed to be in my opinion, but maybe JMO means something else. I don't actually know that. Now, here, the tweet that Naveen said was most likely not sarcastic because of what I've been reading here. And I mean, he doesn't, I don't know. It could be a joke, but I don't know why he would joke about it that way. So I was like, I think it's the real deal. And basically, a couple of things I need to clear up. First of all, Brad Garlinghouse can't make you more money all of a sudden, right? There's really nothing much that he can do to make sure you have more money in your pocket from today to tomorrow. And another thing you should understand is that even though Brad Garlinghouse might have a lot more XRP than you, he endures the same losses that you do, all right? And that's something to keep in the back of your head. Brad Garlinghouse and a lot of these guys, Chris Larson and a couple others, they all endure the same losses that you and I incur or get. And think about that for a little second. Their money, right, is going down way harder than yours and ours because, theoretically speaking here, they have billions of dollars on the line. We have most likely a couple thousand, maybe a couple tens of thousands, maybe a couple 100,000, who knows, maybe a couple dollars. They have billions of dollars. At one point, Chris Larson was in the top 60 billionaires in the world, right? With a net worth of like 50 billion dollars. Right now, I don't know how much he has, but it's close to maybe 2-3 billion. I know it's still a lot of money, but it's way less, all right? So if XRP goes up and goes back up, you know how much money is going to be worth? And think about that for a little second. Another one here that I need to address, as I just said, is that Brad Garlinghouse can't do too much, and that we also should not be blaming any Ripple members for any losses because it's always our own choice. On the contrary, he asks Brad Garlinghouse to do something good for the community, which is an honest and normal request, all right? You can always ask that because, well, he could do something for the community if he wanted to, all right? That is the truth. Then another point which I found interesting was that he invested $10,000 and it became $1,690, meaning his money, was kind of divided by 6. At least that's the way I like to view it. So basically, with some simple maths here, if we, were to look at when this tweet was posted, okay, a couple hours ago, XRP was still at 30 cents. If we times that by 6, we get to about $1.80 or about $2 possibly. Let's say $1.80. What that means to me as well is that he was one of the highest price buyers. So basically, he either bought when XRP was going up in the big run, or he bought when XRP was going down in the big run. Either of the two, but really not that many other spots, right? Because I don't know if XRP really got to $1.80. No, it actually didn't ever. It only got there between this period of, let's see here, the 1st of let's say something like the 1st of January, or it's between, so you can see where it is, guys. It's somewhere between this line here, between the 27th and the 5th. It's somewhere between there up till about, let's say, the halfway through January. So he only had a small time window to buy XRP within that period, right? So he bought all really, really close to all-time high and now complaining about being low, right? What I want to say and tell you guys for the future is that if you are an all-time high buyer, or you're somebody who, buys Chainlink right now, which is an all-time high or really, really far above its all-time high, you're already taking a risk, right? Because you're buying into something which is trending upwards. You're following the trend, possibly, depending on when he exactly bought. But that also means you're incurring a lot more risk because there could be a reverse. And when I say more risk is you have a higher likelihood of the price continuing on the movement, but you're going to fall way harder if the price does not do that, which is the risk. And that's why you should then have a stop loss in place if you're going to go for these riskier trades. If you don't want to be down, 80 or 66 or whatever, maybe 90%. And with him here with Naveen, all I could have said is if he really believed in the project from the start, he wouldn't be complaining now, and he probably wouldn't even be thinking about selling it. And that's also why I tell so many of my friends to not watch the price, not be concerned with it, not really be bothered by it, because in the end here, the fundamentals are so overwhelming. So as Fondnitz said it here, am I the only one that stopped looking at XRP price because fundamentals are so overwhelming? Tagging XRP Owl and Kevin Cage. And he says you're not alone, and I guess the rest is also saying me too and all of that. Well, I, guys, am also on this branch of the tree by saying I don't really watch the price for my own, all right? I watch it because I make these videos and I want to inform you guys about what's going on. But really, I have not checked my portfolio for XRP in so freaking long. I can't even remember when the last time was, unless I'm trading it actively, all right? But that's something different. If I'm just holding through, not planning on actively making a couple of trades, I don't watch it. I don't care. Because I know if I'm not accumulating, if I'm not selling, then there's really nothing about this price that can interest me. Like, what's it gonna do? What's it gonna do knowing that the price went down 3 cents? What's it gonna affect for my portfolio? All right, I want to know news. I want to know what this project is up to because that strengthens or weakens the fundamentals. And ultimately, the fundamentals are all that's going to matter because that's what's ultimately, in the end, going to determine the price, at least in my opinion. Maybe right now, maybe for the next couple weeks, it ain't going to do so, but I'm convinced to the bone, to the core, that eventually, within another big run, that's what's going to be determining the price, and that's also what's going to be important. So however low it is right now, I don't really care because I know there's a solid foundation behind it. Had I not known that, had I not known that the foundations behind Ripple and XRP were solid, I could have probably been on the same line as Naveen here. So that shows me he's probably not that faithful, right? He's probably not that sure about XRP being a good crypto. Because otherwise, yeah, your investment might be down right now, but cashing out is admitting defeat. All right, because right now it's just a little bit of a couple of numbers on your computer screen. Your money is still in there. You still have the same amount of XRP, but it just looks like it's worth a lot less in dollar amounts. Again, it depends on how far you want to relate it. If you want to go for a completely XRP standard, then the dollar amounts don't really matter. It's about the amount of XRP. And if you want to say, you know, it's all about fundamentals in the next run, then again, it doesn't really matter because eventually the price will go up and all of that. I just know, and I'm quite convinced, you know, it's just a waiting game. It's just a matter of time. And that selling right now would be admitting defeat. And I'd rather go down all the way to the core than selling at such a great loss, all right? Which might sound stupid to a couple of, I guess, older investors, which is like, well, better an 80% loss than a 100% loss. But no, I'm like the captain of my ship. I'm either going down with the ship or I'm riding I'm riding that ship all the way up the waterfall. I know it's not really that possible, but hey, I'm still doing that. All right, I'm waiting for that miracle to happen because I'm really convinced it can do so. And otherwise, I'm just going down with the ship. We made a commitment that required quite a lot of research. Because had I not done the research, I probably would have never invested in XRP because you wouldn't really know about it. And also, I would have most likely gotten out of a lot of these cryptos a lot sooner had I not known their solid projects within the core of my heart. All right, but now, since I've done such a lot of research, I know a lot of these projects, I know what they're about, I know what I like about them, which is why I can hold really without any worry in the world. And right now, Twitter is becoming a lot more apparent, or Ripple is becoming a lot more apparent on Twitter. It's kind of looking like they have something brewing up a little bit here. Here's an article that just came out. A truly digital economy and future will rely on digital assets that are much greener. Read more about the environmental impact of crypto and why XRP is a cleaner standout. Which is another point why this statement is interesting here, because thinking about it, XRP is a lot more green than Bitcoin is, right? About 59,000 times as much. I don't think there's anybody who's going to debate that or rebuttal, or how do you say that? Like go against that fact, because it's just facts. All right, Bitcoin requires a lot of mining power, which XRP does not, all right? Such a huge amount less. In the end, if we're going to think about longevity here, which coin is really ultimately able to stay for the whole future and which coin really is possibly going to die out, I would say that XRP really has no reason to stop any point in the future, and Bitcoin will ultimately fail. All right, Bitcoin is not being developed as much as Ethereum in the sense that Ethereum can still go to Ethereum 2.0 with a better idea behind it and a better way of working. Bitcoin, yeah, it ain't gonna change. All right, it's always gonna stay proof of work. And with the quantum computers, with the bigger threats between the US and China, all these things, it's putting a lot of pressure on Bitcoin, which ultimately could result in its demise. With XRP, I don't really see anything destroying it rather than XRP being called a security, which another statement is going to be coming out August 26th, or Ripple selling it all on us, making some critical bug which gets their money out of escrow. But I don't really see that happening because David Schwartz is at the head of all of that. And since he knows cryptography like nobody else does, I don't think that's happening. In the end, guys, I don't recommend watching the price every single day if you know the fundamentals and if you really believe in the project from the core down. If you're not that sure, then make sure you check it and make sure you get out whenever you stop feeling comfortable. Because guys, you can always lose all your money in crypto. It's possible. Don't ever invest more than you're able to lose. YouTube and Twitter and TradingView, they're not financial advice. These are just, even I am just a joker here, just somebody on the internet talking to you about money. But please don't take it as financial advice just because you might hurt yourself, right? Even though I can talk so easily about these prices and about this money, about these cryptos, doesn't mean that you can do the same and just put your money in and go for it. There are a lot of risks involved which you should understand and should watch out for. All right, that's just a little bit of a disclaimer because some people think I really want them to invest in XRP. No, I don't want to. I don't want to convince you to invest into anything. I just want to talk about my journey and what I think some people might, like to hear about. In this case here, I think a lot of people that are in XRP have the same feeling as I have, and I want to connect with them a little bit, but I'm not trying to convince you to buy XRP. All right, so that is not my intention here at all, just so you guys get it. This is not sponsored by Ripple nor anybody else, so take that in consideration as well. All right, if you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody, and don't watch the price if you're believing it.